Hello, we're July Talk. You're listening to
Rock 5.9.
Festival d'été de Québec en compagnie de July Talk. Peter, Leah, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thanks for talking to us. Yeah, appreciate it.
We've been spinning Guns and Ammunition for a while now, and I remember at the moment I heard the first line, I was hooked. I was already a fan, and I know some of the people at first they were kind of what is going on there? What's this type of music? And then everybody went along and we got a lot of requests for it, so it's picking up a lot of steam right now on our station. I know that all across Canada you've been getting great reaction. How does it feel to release that in the wild like that and then having this kind of reaction?
I mean, unbelievable. I mean, we wouldn't have ever expected it. I think that even when we come to Quebec, it's like a really exciting thing for us because I came a lot as a child. My dad's from Montreal and Leah went to Concordia, and I feel like you need at some point as an artist, a Canadian artist, it feels great when you have some sort of acceptance from Quebec, you know, and it's hard to get sometimes, you know, because it's a world that yeah, it's really cool. But when we play here and we actually start to see that acceptance, it's been a huge deal. And to have Guns and Ammunition be on the radio and hear that, I mean, it's like something you never get used to. You know, it's not like we would ever expect that.
Yeah, sometimes we can be a little bit of a picky audience. You know, you've got something that's going great in Canada and here you don't really hear about it, so it's great that when there's some crossovers like that. And I think on the other side you've got bands that are really popular here that don't get that much exposure in Canada. But
there's a crazy culture here that doesn't exist anywhere, and it's so specific to Quebec. And it's particularly walking around Quebec City, like there's nothing else like it in the rest of Canada. It's really strange. It's like the rest of Canada has kind of been influenced by all of these different things, and then Quebec has been influenced by all of these other things. And you can see it in the food and the clothing and the little art shops everywhere. It's like it makes sense that a band would either make it or be like.
And you can imagine, right? For us to be able to have a show that goes really well here, to have an audience here, it's like that's a really exciting thing. You get to be a part of that and a part of something that we've kind of looked up to.
Take us through a little bit, briefly, through the genesis of the July Talk. How did this band come together, and how was the sound built?
Well, you know, I had come from playing with some of the other guys in the band, kind of heavier music, punk music, stuff like that, and I started writing. I wrote a song that was made for two people. That was made as a conversation. And then I met Leah and was totally kind of blown away by her. I met her in a bar in Toronto called The Communist Daughter, and you know, we just started playing music together, and like probably within a week we realized that we wanted it to be a really chaotic, crazy, you know, loud show, and sort of a manic, you know, bipolar show. And so that conversation turned into kind of a confrontation. And now all of our music is kind of based on this dynamic between us, and you know, the loudest louds and the quietest quiets. And we always joke that now we can't really go back to being in a normal band where it's just one singer, because it would be kind of boring and difficult to write. You know, because we have such a blast writing. You know, every song is sort of an argument of sorts.
Yeah, and we can. I think we can find that also in the aesthetics of the black and white thing. You know, it's always a back and forth and always responding like that. And I think that's what appeals to the audience to have this contrast. You start the song with your huge voice, and then Leah comes in and she's got a sweet voice. So how did, you know, I don't know how things work with you for the producers and things like that, but was there any arguments or any people said, no, that's not going to work because you're not doing exactly the same thing? Was there anybody telling you you shouldn't do this kind of music?
I don't think anyone really told us that started playing music together because we liked each other's music and we liked each other's voices. But I remember the first time I heard a song, like a demo that we were recording at Dean's house, I was like, I am not sure about this. I don't know how I sound. I don't know if this is just kind of, if we're hitting something, we're hitting the marker, if it's completely just not going to work. And it's just, it presented a challenge, and I think that's why we stayed invested. Maybe if it had gone off without interest from the very start, we wouldn't have held our attention as long as it was.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a never-ending thing, like any project, where it's an addiction, right? I mean, anybody that started a project and something comes out of it, maybe you have a show that goes well, maybe you have a song that comes off that kind of intrigues you. I personally am somebody, and I know Leah is as well, is someone that you can't walk away from. You're never going to be able to hear something that kind of grabs you and not continue to push and try it. And so now, you know, our entire lives have been shifted upside down. Now we're on tour 9 months of the year rather than being home 11 months of the year. And it's all because this project is this, you know, creative addiction, you know, and we love it. I can't imagine doing anything else right now that's you're talking to you about.
You're playing tonight at Festival d'été. You're going to play in Quebec once again, I think, at Oshiaga. And
yep.
If I've never seen you live, I heard the album, love the album. What can I expect? You seem like you're having a lot of fun from the videos I've seen online, but how can you describe a live show, July Talk?
Live show is very spontaneous experience. For us, it's kind of just remaining and giving the crowd what they might want without knowing that they want it at any given moment. And so, depending on the night, things sometimes get wildly out of hand to the point where I think
like this guy.
Like, yeah, like this guy. The audience members are going, is this supposed to happen? Like, does this happen every night? Often we get asked, do you guys rehearse all these stage antic things that you do? And the answer is, of course not. I mean, we have maybe our comfort zones and our bags and tricks that we'll go to if we need them or whatever. But other than that, what to expect at a July Talk show is something maybe unexpected.
Yeah, we like to push people's boundaries and push people's expectations. You know, whether Leah has an entire crowd in a bar completely sitting on the floor and then jumping up whenever she snaps her finger, you know, or she's covering herself in fake blood or whatever it is. She likes to keep us on our toes. The rest of the band has no idea what she's going to do and what we're going to do, and it's just a constant state of reaction. And so on the good nights, it's like it's a really fun thing. And yeah, we're hoping that we can have a good one tonight.
Can't wait to get my boundaries pushed tonight. That sounded weird.
Not at all, man.
Tonight, à ne pas manquer, donc July Talk au Festival d'été. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Cheers.
When you leave, I cannot sleep, and when you leave my bar